Yo, how is it going, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Down podcast, where we talk everything Bears every week. I'm your host, Chris, and I am joined today with my co-host, Parth. How's it going, man?
It's been good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Realizing that the season's over, which kind of sucks. I'm looking forward to see all the drama and everything unfold next offseason, because it seems like there's going to be a lot of stuff that goes down. Whether it be in the front office or on the roster. But that being said, we've still got a couple more football games to play, so might as well try and finish it off well. Don't you think?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't have a first-round pick to take for either, so, try to ruin the Raiders pick as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out with Trubisky and stuff this offseason. But for now, I'm going to put that aside. And even Nagy and Pace, too. No one knows what really could happen. For all we know, Trubisky could still be the quarterback next year. I know a lot of people are fearing that happening, including myself. But that's a topic for another day. We've talked about that a lot in the past. But today we're going to be discussing the Bears and the Giants this week. A game we should win, man. The Giants are 2-8. Daniel Jones is at quarterback. He hasn't been incredible. He's been good at sometimes, but not incredibly consistent. Parth, I just want to hear your thoughts on the game to begin with.
If we lose this, it's going to be a disaster. I feel like if Nagy loses this game, he's on his way out of Chicago, because this is a must-win. You cannot be losing to the 2-8 Giants, especially because their defense is just god-awful.
Yeah.
Their offense has excelled at sometimes in the Saquon Barkley. We all know how good he can be.
Yeah.
And Danny Dimes has shown flashes, but you can't lose to the Giants. You can't.
Yeah. Saquon's the only guy that really scares me on this team. We know how explosive he can be. One of the best running backs in the league. He's had a sprained ankle that has kept him not doing too great this season, which hasn't been the greatest of years for him because of that high ankle sprain that he suffered earlier on in the year. But otherwise, I agree. The Giants really haven't been able to get it going all year. They're probably about as frustrated as the Bears fans are right now with their fan base, with their team. They traded Odell this offseason. Their best receiver is Evan Engram, and he's only got 467 receiving yards this year. But Daniel Jones hasn't been terrible. I mean, looking at his stats, he's got almost 2,000 passing yards with 15 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, about a 2-to-1 touchdown-interception ratio. Still, if we can bottle up the run game, I'm sure we're fine, and we absolutely have to be able to take advantage of the Giants' defense. Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, go.
Could be a big game for David Montgomery.
Yeah, absolutely could be a good day for David Montgomery. And it can't be a good day for Saquon Barkley. So, quickly, Parth, I just want to talk to you about some players. We've done this in the past. We haven't really done pregame shows since we started making podcasts again. But I want to talk with you about players who need to step up in this game if the Bears want a chance to win. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to say Mitchell Trubisky. I think he's under the most criticism in the world right now, quite literally. All the eyes are on him. All the hate is towards him. And I think most of it is deserved, completely honest. He hasn't been that great. And obviously he got benched last week. A hip pointer is an injury that needs to take 1 to 3 weeks to heal. He was a full go on practice every day this week. There's 100% something fishy going on there, and we don't even need to discuss that. He got benched, is all I'm going to say. He got benched against the Rams. That's that. And he's got to step up this week. We need a win. The season's basically over, but we still need to win. We want to win. We don't want to go down an even deeper and darker path. And if we want to win, we got to move the ball against a weak New York Giants defense. So I'm going to say Trubisky needs to step up most in this game on offense.
I'm going to go with the wide receiver tight end group. The Bears lead the league in the drops. I think
15 drops.
31
Yeah.
32.
Yeah. 15
We
counted
had,
drops, but yeah, just the receiving play hasn't been great at all.
Yeah. Derek Gabriel had a couple drops last week, which stalled drives. If we're all expecting Trubisky to play great, which I am too. I mean, we want him to play great, and he hasn't so far.
And it's been a terrible defense he's playing against this week too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't gotten the help when he needed it either. Like last week, so many drops. So I feel like the criticism for Trubisky is fair, and I feel like there should be added criticism for the wide receivers.
Yep.
So I hope the wide receivers can step it up and maybe hit a clean game for one.
Yeah.
The league finally.
One name to look out for this week, Jesper Horsted, a rookie out of Princeton? Princeton?
Yeah. No, Harvard.
No, I think Princeton.
Or Harvard or Princeton.
I think it's Princeton. Yeah.
Ronnick goes Harvard.
Yeah. Horsted got pulled up this week to play, and that should be really interesting. I liked him a lot in the preseason. So, yeah, we'll be able to see what he can do. And I think he'll get some action against the Giants. Let's hope. On the defensive side of the ball, it's tough. The defense, I think for teams with a losing record, they have allowed the least points. 17.5 points per game or something like that. I don't know. They've allowed the least points and like the second least points in the league. The defense, for all of you saying there's been a huge drop-off, there really hasn't been. It's been fine. Our offense just can't do anything. But as far as players on the defense that need to step up go, I'm going to go with Roquan Smith. He's been playing really well again. I said earlier we need to bottle up the run game and Saquon Barkley. We miss Akeem Hicks. So the two guys that need to step up and stop the run game, I'm going to say Roquan Smith and probably Bilal Nichols. Roquan's a sideline-to-sideline guy. He can chase you down, so I'm hoping that he'll be able to slow down Saquon Barkley, especially if they try to take it towards those sidelines. I'm a little bit weary, though. I know that we've had trouble stopping the run. Todd Gurley just had a really good week on us, so that worries me a little bit, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to know that the Giants are going to come and try and pound the rock, and hopefully we'll be able to stop that.
I'm going to go with Khalil Mack. We haven't seen Mack at all, I feel like, this year, especially the last 4 or 5 games. He hasn't had a sack. And we all know how great of a player he is and how talented he is, but he just hasn't been able to do much, especially without Akeem Hicks. So I'd really like to just see him get a couple of sacks this week. It just feel good.
Yeah.
And I feel like the team plays much better when he's playing good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Finally, let's go with our predictions for the game. I don't want to give the Bears too much points because even though I know they're facing a bad defense, like look at them against the Lions, they barely scored 20 points in that one. So I'm going to go similar score to the Lions game. I'm going to go 24-14 Bears.
I was thinking around the same. I was thinking 27-10.
Okay.
27-13.
Yeah, and that's generous. I mean, that's like some of the most points we'll have scored this year. Yeah, I mean, the offensive struggles have kind of just caught up to everyone at this point, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to, yeah. I mean, we should be able to force turnovers. Absolutely. I think this offense is worse than the Rams. If we can stop Saquon, with an asterisk.
I don't think he'll have it. I mean, last week, he had a bye week last week. The week before, he went 13 carries for 1 yard.
Yeah. But our run defense has been bad without Hicks, and I know you said earlier that you think Mac's going to step up in this game, or he needs to, but it's tough when you have no other dominant force on the line, and he's getting double teamed or getting extra help, or there's extra help on him every play. I mean, so for that reason, another player that probably does need to step up in this one's probably going to be Leonard Floyd, getting those one-on-one opportunities. But he's been pretty decent. He's been decent this year, but I still think he's never really played up to that first-round pick role.
I think, that's another conversation, but I don't think he's going to be coming back.
Yeah. But anyways, that's all we got for you guys. You could follow my fan page on Instagram at @DashaiBearsNews, and you could follow Parth at Trubisky Nation. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at BearDown. I would like to recommend to you guys that wherever you are listening, do us a favor, like, follow, and subscribe. We're putting out a ton of content for the rest of the year, no matter how downhill it gets. And we're going to keep grinding for you guys to get some good Bears content out. So that's pretty much it. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. That'll pretty much do it for us, though. Bear down, Chicago. Peace.
Peace.